So today's speaker is His Grace Murari Vallabha Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisance on your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept our humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving a valuable association. Now you can take over the class, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 20 and verse number 340 onwards. The Lord instructs Sanatana Goswami. Pita Varnadari Tabe Kaila Parvatana Prema Bhakti Dila Loke Lana Bhaktagana. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. In the age of Kali, Lord Krishna assumes a golden color and accompanied by his personal devotees introduce Harinam Sankirtan, the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. By this process, he delivers love for Krishna to the general populace. 41. Dharma Pravartana Kare Vrajendra Nandana Prema Gaye Nache Loka Kare Sankirtana. Translation. Lord Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, personally introduced the occupation duty of the age of Kali. He personally chants and dances in ecstatic love, and thus the entire world chants congregationally. 42. Krishna Varnam Tava Krishnam Sangopanga Shastra Prasadam Yajna Sankirtana Prayer Yajanti Sumedasham. Translation. In the age of Kali, the intelligent person performed congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sing the name of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. This is the quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam. See also Adi chapter 52. Aretina yugem dayandite ye palaya Kali Yuga Krishna Name Se Palapaya. Translation. In the other three yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, people perform different types of spiritual activities. Whatever result they achieve in that way, they can achieve in Kali Yuga simply by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Kalar dosha nide rajan asti eko mahan guna kirtanat eva krishnasya mukta bandha param brajate. My dear king, all the Kali Yuga is full of faults. There is still one good quality about this age. It is that simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become free from material bondage and promoted to the transcendental kingdom. As mentioned, the verse is Srimad Bhagavatam 12.351. Krite yadayate Vishnu tretayam yajate mukaye dvapare paricharyanyam kalau taddari kirtanat. Whatever results are obtained in Satya Yuga by meditating on Vishnu, in Treta Yuga by performing sacrifice, and in the Upper Yuga serving the Lord's lotus feet, and can be obtained in Kali Yuga simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Purport. The verse is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam. At the present moment in Kali Yuga, there are many false meditators who concoct some imaginary form and try to meditate on them. It has become fashionable to meditate, but people do know nothing about the objection of meditation. That is explained here. Yad dayanto Vishnu. One has to meditate upon Lord Vishnu or Krishna. While referring to Shastra, so-called meditators aim to that impersonal objects. Lord Krishna is condemned them in the Bhagavad Gita. Kleto dikta tesham avayakta saka chetasam ayakta hi gatir dukkam deha vadibir avapayate. Those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested impersonal feature of Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied, not knowing how to meditate. Foolish people simply suffer and there is no benefit derived from the spiritual activities. The same idea expressed in the verse Srimad Bhagavatam can be found in the following verse from the Vishnu Purana, Padma Purana and Brihad Naradiya Purana. Dayam krite yajnan Tretaitam dvapare archayan yad apnoti tad apnoti kalau sankirtya keshavam. Whatever is achieved in meditation in Satya Yuga by the performing yajna in Treta Yuga or worshipping Krishna lotus feet in Dwapara Yuga is also obtained in the age of Kali simply by chanting the glories of Lord Keshava. Kalim sahajayanti arya gunajna sarabhagina yatra sankirtane naiva sarvasvato abhilabhayate. Those who are advanced and highly qualified and interested in the essence of life know the good qualities of Kali Yuga. Such people worship the age of Kali because in this age one can advance spiritual knowledge and attain life goals simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Purport. This is the quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 11.536, spoken by the great sage Karabhajana Rishi, one of his 9 Yogendras. The sage was informing Maharaj Nimi that people's duty to worship Supreme Personality of the Godhead according to the different process in different yugas. Purvavat likiyabem gunavatara gana asankhya sankhyatanra nahaye ganana. As stated before, I described the incarnation of material modes, guna avatars. One should consider that this incarnation are unlimited and no one can count them. Shari yuga avatare tara ganana suni banga kari tanre puche sanatana. Thus I have given a description of incarnation of the 4 different yugas. After hearing all this, Sanatana Goswami gave him an indirect hint to Lord. Rajamantri Sanatana Buddhe Brahaspati Prabhura Kripate Puche Asankocha Mati. Sanatana Goswami has been minister and a noble since Shah, and he was undoubtedly as intelligent as Brahaspati, the chief of priests of heavenly kingdom. Due to the Lord's unlimited mercy, Sanatana Goswami questioned him without hesitation. Ati Shudra Jivam Muni Nicham Nichara Kimone Janive Kalite Konavatara. Sanatana Goswami said, I am very insignificant living entity. I am low and poorly behaved. How can I understand who is the incarnation of this stage of Kali? Purport. The verse is very important in the reference of incarnation of God. At present, there are especially many rascals prevalent in India who proclaim themselves incarnation of God and Goddess. Thus, they are fooling and bluffing foolish people. On behalf of the great populace, Sanatana Goswami presented himself as foolish and low-born, poorly behaved person, although he was the most exalted personality. Inferior to people cannot accept the real God, yet they are very eager to accept an imitation God who can simply bluff foolish people. All this is going on in the age of Kali. To guide these foolish people, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu answered the question as follows. Prabhu kahe अन्यावतार शास्त्र द्वारे जाने कलिते अवतार तैचे शास्त्र वाक्यमानी. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, as in other ages, incarnation accepted according to the direction of Shastra, in this age of Kali, the incarnation God accepted in that way. According to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is the incarnation should be accepted. Shri Narottam Das said, Sadhu Shastra Guru Vakya Chittite Kariya Aikya. One should accept the thing as genuine by studying the words of saintly people. The spiritual master and the Shastra, actual center of Shastra. The actual center is Shastra, the revealed scripture. If a spiritual master does not speak according to revealed scripture, he is not to be accepted. Similarly, if a saintly person does not speak according to Shastra, he is not a saintly person. The Shastra is the center for all. Unfortunately, at the present moment, People do not refer to the Shastra. Therefore, they accept rascals as incarnation, and consequently, they have made incarnation into deep, cheap things. Intelligent people who follow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction and instructions of the Acharyas, the bona fide spiritual master, will not accept a pretender as incarnation of God. In Kali Yuga, the only incarnation is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Imitation incarnation take advantage of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord appeared within the past 500 years, played as the son of Brahmana from Nadia and introduced the Sankirtana movement. Imitating Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, ignoring the Shastra, rascals present themselves the incarnation and introduce their rascaldom as a religious process. As we have repeatedly said, religion can be given only by the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. From the discussion in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can understand that at different ages, Supreme Lord introduced different system of different religious duties. In this age of Kali, the only incarnation of Krishna is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and introduced religious duty of Kali Yuga, the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We'll stop here. See here first. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshuhum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Tapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sayitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Cha Namao Vishnu Padaya Krishna Peshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayite Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratise Nama He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrashabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpataro Peksha Krapa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Here in the previous purport sloka also, it is written Kaler Doshe Nide Rajan Asti Eko Mahaguna Kritanandeva Krishnasya Mukta Bandha Param Brajet. So, he's talking to King Nimi. Although Kali Yuga is full of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. It is simply by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become free from the material bondage and promoted to the transcendental kingdom. Here again, we have understood that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for his internal wish of 3 and external 3, he comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is not Krishna, but he is golden avatar, because Radharani wants to cover Krishna with her beauty and color. So here Krishna comes, want to taste Radharani's love and how much gopis love him and how people react to him. So he is not only coming to release that, but he is delivering most of us who wants to be delivered. If those who do not want to deliver, they have to stay. So here occupation duty of the Kali Yuga is personal. We are like Gandharva, because Gandharvas also do, they chant, they dance, and they do dramas. So our main thing is dancing and singing and feasting. Also, we do some dramas also. So Krishna Varnam, because here Krishna is coming as intelligent person knows Krishna Avataram, Krishna Vakam, Krishna Bhakta Swarupakam. So we know that Panchatattva has given us all, as a devotee, Krishna comes. He comes as Pasha, all these Pashavas, and he comes as a weapon. Weapon is what? Sankirtan movements. That is the main weapon. And he's coming, Advaita Chandra Prabhu is bringing Nityananda Prabhu, is bringing Radha and Shivasud also. So this Panchatattva is so merciful in this age. They are giving us, take it. This is a treasure. Keep it in your pocket. Always meditate. They are telling us again and again. They are giving us freely this so much treasure. So it is explained what is the Treta Yuga, Satya Yuga, what people do. People meditate. Then they do spiritual activities, meditating and building so many temples and doing yajnas. And Kali Yuga yajna is only Sankirtan movements. So here he is explaining why Kali Yuga is ocean of faults, because everyone falls for petty things and they are hypocrites also. They think they know everything, they are something. So here Krishna says, he's warning us, warning us not to get caught in the web of impersonalism. They may say God doesn't have form, everything, but that is again one of the suicidal tendency to leave our form and to go for unmanifested impersonal form and merge in that. That's the foolishness. That's why he says, why in Kali Yuga Krishna invested all his opulences in his name? Because he wants to give a benediction. He knows Kali Yuga people are very lazy. They are so much so engrossed in wasting time. We have seen that there is YouTube, there is Facebook, there is Instagram, there is so many things. So they said that 2.7 billion communicate every day, every 2.5 status, they know 72 million per month, 216 million send the messages, 115 wall posts, 500 megabytes news ingested every day, 550 million active users. So this is the situation. People go in the mobile and internet and they have all the access of this thing and they go on upgrading themselves in Facebook and everything. So we should know that who is the insane person? Insane person who doesn't meditate on Krishna, who doesn't understand who is Supreme Personality of the Godhead. He is an insane person. That's why here, advanced, highly qualified, they are interested in the essence of life, the good qualities of Kali Yuga, under the leadership of Guru, Gauranga and Shastra, Sadhu, Shastra and Guru. So here, Sanatana Goswami knows, he's telling he's very ignorant, he's foolish, and he knows exactly who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. These are incarnation, because he is intelligent as Vrashta. Vrashta is the most intelligent person, we know that, and he is also the most intelligent person. But in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing, that is the way our mood should be. In front of Guru and Gauranga and Shastra, we should think we are most foolish people, because unless we say we are foolish, wisdom doesn't come. Because we think we are intelligent, then nothing goes in our head, because such a small brain, we think we know everything. So that is why Janma Karma Chadivyam, like Krishna says, just appearance of my activities, we can go back. God help. But it is not easy to understand. So here, Sanatana Goswami is given all this wonderful instruction by Lord Chaitanya. Why he is giving so much information? So he is not telling directly that I am God, though he is a God. That's the greatness of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. is most Audarya, because we know that Lord Ram is Maryada Purushottam, Adarsh Pradhan, and whereas Krishna is Purna Purushottam, Upadesha Pradhan, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhakta Pradhan, and Natya Pradhan, and Audarya Purushottam. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is more munificent. That's why he is giving everything towards Krishna Prema. Of course, there is different bhavas, sneha, prema, everything. We may not go into detail in that, because here, once we understand, just by taking the name of the Lord, we can go back to Godhead. What it does this name. When we say Hare, we are asking Radharani, please help us, please help us, please help us. For what? Please help us to serve Krishna. And when we say Krishna, I don't know much about you. Please make me understand what you are, how you, and what is the quality of your, what is the pastime of your. Again, we are telling Krishna, please allow me to come under the guidance of Radharani and Guru Maharaj so that I can serve you better. So again, bliss of how we get this, we are begging Ram, Balaram, Krishna and Lord Ram, how we are begging him, please give us one drop of your prem so that it can inundate whole world. They say that one drop of Krishna prem can inundate whole world, whereas one drop of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy can inundate whole universe. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is much more magnificent than Krishna one way when we compare. Of course, Krishna has got his own quality, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming and is giving us all this, and our acharyas are written so much, so encouraging, materials. There is no time for us to waste any prajalpa and other things. So we should know that they say 7% of spoken word is only audience absorbed. 38% the way you speak, voice and tone, and 55% the body language. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's beauty, it attracted many people. That is, that itself shows 58 to 60% just because of his, body language, how we, compassion for the who are living things down. So his compassion and his body language, because of the beauty of, Radharani's, which is covered by Krishna, it itself is itself. We know that Krishna is bending in three forms, so we have to surrender to that three form where it is. So there are 4 types of people in this Kali Yuga. One is analytic people. They want only data. How much Krishna had wives, how many years he left, and how many teachers were there, how many bodyguards were there. So many things they want. They want analytic. Why Krishna is Supreme Personality Godhead? There is not much, in analysis there is not much juice in that mellow. Then it's personal. Personal talking means when we try to talk with our friends, we get some information about that. One of the times, one friend was asking another friend, how are you? You recently married. He said, yes. Before marriage, we both used to come to some platform and talk and come to realization what we should do that. After marriage, only one of the spouse speaks and other spouse only listens. And after 2 years, we saw that only both of us talk, but neighbors and other people are listening. So that's the way it is. Ego problem starts. So in a war of ego, the loser always wins. It is not the one who wins the ego will be winner. It is always the loser. So one of the time, brother, one of the brahmachari's brother, sister, he went and met. That time my parents also came to meet the daughter. So sister and they were having a feast on that day. So usually the brahmachari's brother-in-law usually is busy, very busy in the office. He never comes for the lunch. So his sister phoned him, can you come and join us for the feast because my mother and mother brother is there. So please come. He said, I can try, but mostly it's not possible. You know me, how busy I am in the afternoon also. And he said, don't worry. If that is the case, I will bring the lunch for you. I will have, as soon as I served my parents and brother, I will immediately come. Then I will honor the prasad. That made the husband very calm. He said, she can sacrifice, coming to office and serving me. Why can't he go? So he came there, surprisingly came. We joined them. So it was a nice. So when we change ourselves because of the, nice wordings, that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always never said he's God, because he wants to tell the people it is the Krishna who to be chanted, who will be served. But Sanatana Goswami is not a fool. He is very intelligent. So that's why Rupa Goswami always said, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gavati Sinam. So he is telling, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful, so compassionate, so munificent, so Avadariya Avatar. He gives freely, but still we are not understanding this Maha Mantra, capacity of the Maha Mantra, which can take us back to Godhead. No other avatar has given us so easily. It is given us easily. We are not working hard to get that, but we may miss it. It is so simple, we miss it, the importance of Maha Mantra. That is why this congregational chanting, everything is very, very important to us. So in old times, what was happening when the two bullock carts have accident, there was no casualties because some cart maybe go. But when now cars have accident, there is casualties. When there is aeroplane crashes, it has got maximum casualties because the technology has given that much, speed and everything. They do not understand. So here, in the speed, the people are traveling where they do not know why they are traveling. We are always in the circle of how and what, not why. We have to be always asking why. Why should I chant? Then understanding Shastra, Sadhu, and then we understand. It is the most beneficial for our, existence in this life, because Vivek Sarupa Nitya Krishna Nitya, unless we understand, unless we get the taste of this, we relish it. It is much more than any nectar available under the sun. So once we know that, we are becoming a stronger and stronger person just by taking shelter of the Lord and revealing heart. When our heart is purified, that only we can reveal. Like that, Bilwan Mangal Thakur is always telling with so much confidence, oh Krishna, thief of my everything, the rose of my devotion remaining forever tight. You will continue to reside in the prison house of my heart, because I will not leave you for millions of years. So here, Bilwan Mangal Thakur was so confident, so much, in devotion service. He can tell Krishna that I can tell you, as Mother Yashoda can tell Krishna, I can tell you, because their love is so much. Our problem is we love self-centered most of the time. I'm talking myself, I-centered, which is why we are wasting our time, because there is compassion, communication from acharyas. The technology of most of the times can be used in the service of the Lord, not to our way. Then nothing is remaining. One of the time when faith is the most important. One of the time in Rishikesh, one sadhu was blind, but he was moving. He's going up to Vaidya, something. Then he's coming back alone down to Rishikesh most of the time. His disciples were concerned. He was telling Maharaj, please don't go, you are blind, something may fall down on the cliff. So next day, that sadhu took his disciple, come with me today. So they went. When they went, they It was about he asked him, the disciple, take me to the cliff. So he said, okay. The disciple took him to the cliff, and what is next step? He was asking Sadhu. Next step, there is a cliff. You will fall down. So he is telling, please push me now. So disciple said, how can I push you? He is my spiritual master, and there is, cliff. You will fall down and injury or you die. You will leave the body. Why should I do that? That is the thing. That is the thing. Krishna doesn't want me to fall down. If he wants, I will fall down. What is wrong with that? Because so much faith. When so much faith in Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we can 100% we can go back to Godhead. That's the thing. Another one time, one spiritual master, one couple came and they were complaining. My husband doesn't love me, and husband says my wife doesn't love me. That's all. They don't want to tell anything. But spiritual master asked them, what is the problem? You tell us the problem. You don't love me. It's okay. Then husband was explaining, we make bread in our house, and wife always gives me the side part of it, which is, I'm so much worried. I'm thinking why she's giving me that part only, not the middle part. And he was complaining to Maharaj. Then wife started crying. She was an Italian. She is an Italian, and Prabhuji is American. So she was explaining to Maharaj. She said, Maharaj, in Italy, the side pieces are most prestigious. Only we give only to the lovable person. We don't give to anyone in Italy. And Krishna, Maharaj asked Prabhuji, what is wrong with that? He said, in America, he's American. He said, these two side part we give to the dogs. So he was thinking, but they never communicated. So one of the worst things in our life, when we miscommunicate or discommunicate or don't communicate, all misunderstanding comes. If you want the grace of Krishna, if you want to understand Krishna, you have to stand below him, not equal to him. Right? Understanding someone, you have to reveal yourself. What is you meant? Why we think somebody is not loving us? Unless you don't say that, there is always, misunderstanding. So they say that if you want to understand spiritual master, here warning is given to us how the spiritual master should be. Spiritual master should be knowing most of the Vedas. He should interpret Vedas nicely without any mental concoction, and he has to repeat as parampara, as it is. He should not mentally concoct anything. Then he's a spiritual master. He can guide throughout our life, and he can take back to God, because he is a true representative of the Lord. Once we know that, we can accept him and we can know them. So in Vaikuntha, there is no argument. In the material world, there is argument. There is no such things. There is no interpersonal conflict or interpersonal conflict. So those of God, that's happy. They are restricted. There is no entry for them. So we should be confident. We should be clear in our mind. We should not have any argument. Nature, especially as well as Vedas, Chaitanya Charitamrita, whatever written. We should not argue. We should not be in the mood of arguing. Once we start a mood of argument, then we are not in the right way. So satsang, which is sadhu sang, we should take, and we have to take advice by submitting, and we have to give most of the credit to acharyas, Guru and Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not ourselves. All these events happens because of the Vaishnava's grace and perfection. So Chintam Smaranam, grateful to all the acharyas, and because the knowledge, empowerment only comes from Srila Prabhupada always used to meditate on his spiritual master, Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, because he knows I am empowered by my Krishna and my spiritual master. That's why I can preach. I can preach very, very nicely, and everyone can, listen to him properly. So he is telling, by cooperating, what will happen? We have got our own way of making others agree. But when we come together and agree, most of the open. So when we come openly telling, okay, I think it is way, we can come to some opinion. So no two opinions as is maybe same, because everyone is individual. Jagai Mata liberated not me, but devotees specified him. Means what happened? Because Nityanand Prabhu specified Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was angry. So whenever we get the mood of anger to other devotees, we have to take shelter of other devotees and ask what I should do. So when Indra was, doing so much atrocity of Krishna lifted, and he is lifted in left little finger. Why left little finger? Because he's telling Indra, you are nothing. You are most insignificant. Even my little finger, I can do so many things. What you can do? So Krishna says, even while chanting also, we should know it is the end of my life. We should chant in such a mood that the end is coming very soon. In that mood, when we pray to Lord will definitely respond. So whenever we chant, whenever do kirtan, when we come together, we have to care Vaishnavas. We have to see how we can support Vaishnavas in any way. That's the only thing Krishna will like it. Krishna is attracted. If you see, he was telling Rukmini so many things, I am not I am a beggar, I am a poor, why you married, everything. But Devaki surprised him. She was arguing with him in so many ways, and she felt unconsciousness, which was surprised by Krishna. Krishna was jokingly telling her. So most of the time we do surprise Krishna, making more items, surprise him, everything. Then Krishna's attraction will be there. When we chant, crying, for Krishna and Radharani every time, Radhe, please understand Krishna. I can understand Krishna because of your help, and I can serve Krishna and his devotees only because of your mercy and Vaishnava's mercy. So when we chant in that mood, then there is definitely help comes. We know that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to cry, the only specification, and Krishna also, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, when he chant, he keeps quiet. So he was from the birth only, before birth also, eclipse was there as soon as he's born. He made everyone to chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we should know that, to know that we do not know. To know we know that we do not know. So once we know this, then our journey will be very simple in this world. So they say that unless somebody gives us some grace, Vaishnavas and Guru, our journey is not very good. So Krishna says in 13.21, Kriya Karana Kartavya Hetu Prakatiruchyate Purusha Sukha Dukkana Bhakti Hetu Uchyate. Nature is said to be the cause of material cause and effects, whereas living entity is the cause of various suffering and enjoyment in this world. So we concentrate our only enjoyment, then we suffer. When we serve the Lord and Vaishnavas, we get rid of suffering. So material happiness and distress are due to his body and not himself as he is. His original state, there is no doubt of enjoyment. Therefore, that is the real state. Because of the desire to lord it over material nature, he is the material world. In the spiritual world, there is no such thing. The spiritual world is pure, but in the material world, everyone is struggling hard to acquire different kinds of pleasure of the body. So here, it's clearly mentioned that because we want to have a position more and more, that's why we are suffering. Because of our attachment more and more to the people, we suffer. The more attachment we do with the Lord and Lord's name, there is no suffering. Always happy, blissful. So here we should understand why this many times it is said again, Kalir Doshi, all these sentences, why it is said again and again, because to understand why Prabhupada is telling us we are soul, we are not the body, because most of the time still we are in the bodily concept. So that bodily concept, unless we discard and we come to the spiritual platform, then it is easy for us to understand what is intelligence. Here, Sanatana Goswami always, quoted as well, because this Chaitanya Charitamrita, we know that it's a post-graduation study. It is not ordinary. To understand this, we have to come to the platform of that in Purna Shuddha Tattva. Purna Shuddha Tattva only we can get it after transcending from passion to goodness to transcendental mode. Once we come to the transcendental mode, then it is easy for understand all this esoteric subject of, what he's telling about Krishna Prema, what is, Sneha, Prema, then Bhava, everything we can understand. And in that mood, when we know our movements is nothing but Vipralamba mode. When we chant the name, we have to have a mood of separation with Krishna. Krishna, when we can see you, when can we serve you, when we can, have association with like-minded people, like, you send your. So that time, that mood, when I can associate with my Guru Maharaj, when I can associate, when I can serve most of people, then we can understand. In that mood, we chant the name of the Lord, then Lord will reveal us, always reveal all this, whatever potency He has kept in His name, then it is revealed one by one. Then we go on relishing, because in the age of Kali, very difficult to guide these foolish people. They have got ego problem, they have got their own, thinking that they know everything. Then it is difficult. That empowerment has to come from Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Once that empowerment is there, that knowledge in which we preach, when we distribute books, when we serve the Lord, when we serve the sadhus, then everything becomes smooth for us. Otherwise, it is difficult. That's why in this world, there are so many information. We know that. So we should not be succumb to this information, unnecessary information which deviates and wasting our time in the age of Kali. So to understand this, we should understand what Chaitanya Prabhu's mood, why he is always, taking the name of the Lord, and why he has become unconscious, why he is falling down on the well, why he is, deep sleep, meditating on the Lord in, that sea. So everything we should understand. There is a deeper meaning of, and deeper nectar in the holy name of Krishna. And once we understand how much we can, because Rupa Goswami always used to tell how many mouths, millions of mouth and ear he wants relation. Once that relation comes, our heart becomes softer and softer, and in the right place to Krishna reside. Once Krishna resides, then we can tell, like Vilomangal Thakur or Qureshi, that Krishna cannot escape from our heart. That time we are really not in part of Sadhu Shastra and Guru, and we can easily go back to Godhead. Otherwise, it is very difficult. So another instance, we can tell why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is instructing all this knowledge to Sanatana Goswami. He is actually, Rupa Goswami considered him as a guru. because in the future, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to reveal everything to the world. What is he knows, people are wasting time in collecting information which is never good for that. If you see any newspaper, any, the news which comes, college student or students, kill so many people, and other nation people have flood, they have got tsunami, they have got hurricane. So many news are there. That's not the real news. The real news is that today Chaitanya Charitamrita is heard by 1,000 people from this time to this time. Then Srimad Bhagavatam is heard by millions of people that day. Like that. That's a good news. That's a very good news for us to publish. Today we distributed 100,000 Gita books and Back to Godhead 200,000. These are the news which has to be heard daily. Otherwise, all other news are all stale, which has got no mellow in that. Because once we distribute Back to Godhead or Gita, Bhagavad Gita, it is very nice thing, because somebody somewhere reading this book and coming to Krishna consciousness. That is very, very nice news. Other news is only useless, because we know that whatever happening, it will happen, whether we are not the controller. So we should be like what? In Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, we should be not Vidvat Raja. Always analyzing why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, why, delivered 60,000 people of Prakash and Saraswati, why he went to South India. It's okay, he is very munificent. We should understand why we are fallen, what is the reason. So, Sarat Darshan Rajan, that is no more of the essence. We should be that, and we should be also Rasik Rajan. We should understand the mellows, relishing, studying Vedas, scriptures, and hurry, just like a cry in the forest. If we are crying in the forest, Sabda Jala, there is no Muktaye, no Bhuktaye. If you go to empty forest and you cry, nobody will listen to you. They may listen and grab you, because in this material world, it is like that. It's a forest like when you want to enjoy and we want to shout other names, we want to sing filmy song, and we want to associate with some dance and stupid things, then it is like a cry in the forest. There is no Muktaya, no Bhuktaya. There is no. So that is why whenever we take the darshan of the Lord in the mood of servitorship, we advance. Because when we move away from Radharani, that's the biggest, aparad we are doing. So there is nothing like instant samadhi in ISKCON, because we know that there is ups and downs, there is so many things in the material life. But in the spiritual life, there is no up, down, there is only up. We are going. We may slip, but again we go up, because Krishna promised us that devotees will never perish. That's the biggest promise Krishna has given us. So we should understand all these things when we read, study with and hear Vedas and Upanishad and Gurus. Nice word. Then we can understand our real nature. What is our real nature? Is to serve, only to serve Krishna and that couple. There is nothing like Radharani. Only serve Radharani and Krishna. There is no other things, because people want to impress people by words that will not take. No, they cannot impress. They have to impress only by action. So action speaks more than words. So our action, our decoration on the body, and our, when we speak, when we behave, when we follow instructions, then there is attention, hidden seeds of future love. One of the times, one spiritual master went to his disciples' house. So they were eating. So the spiritual master saw the salad, how the Mataji cut that in such a beautiful way, so decorated nicely for a spiritual master. Spiritual master said, this shows how much you love me, how much you love me, how much you endeavor, such an endeavor you are presenting me. So it may not be much in that salad, but your endeavor, that's what Krishna sees. When we cook for him, when we decorate, we make garland, we make dresses, we make ornaments, everything, he sees our endeavor, how much with love we do all these things to please Krishna. Our main aim, main goal is to please this couple only, Radha Krishna. No one else we can please in this world. Because once they are satisfied, everyone is satisfied, Guru is satisfied. So whenever we get opportunity, just see how can we please this couple. There is no other things in the life we can do that. That is our only goal. So whenever they say one or two times, three times, same thing, that means that has got different meaning. So when we say Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Namaiva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, Nityatya. Means first time when you say, you are telling there is no other way. Second time he is telling Krishna, please. Krishna is telling us, you fools, you rascals, take my name. There is no other way. Third time he is telling, in this age of quarrel and everything, if you take some other things, you will be going back to hell, not back to me. So he's emphasizing every time in different meaning and telling us, you better listen to me what I say, because I am the one who is Veda. I am the compiler of the Veda. I am to be understood. There is nothing to understand in this world. When you understand me, everything can be understood. Once it's so simple, Krishna is telling, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling. So he is making lit, telling he is not a Lord. That is, he wants to divert people, because those who are envious, those who are having, all the six anarthas, they cannot go back to Godhead, because they have got more luggage. That luggage will not take us back to Godhead. So, clearing our luggage by constantly hearing, constantly chanting, constantly associating, constantly serving, constantly doing yatra, constantly reading books, everything will make us constant, servant of the Lord Krishna. I stop here. Any correction? Any? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam, Always Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such a beautiful class. And I like the point the most. Like in every temple after Mangalati, we read the news that how many Bhagavad Gita or how many books were distributed yesterday. So that's the actual news we read, because in the early morning all have the tendency to read the newspaper in the material world. So I was thinking that how beautifully you mentioned the point that in the ISKCON also we read the news, but that is transcendental. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for so many nice points you mentioned. So Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Murari Vallabha Prabhu, Koti Dandavat Pranam to your seva. Thank you very much. Prabhuji, you are so senior than us. Thank you very much for your daily association. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev.
You heard Sanatana Goswami, how intelligent he is. Still he is telling poor. We have to be in that mood only. We may be knowing little 1%. That doesn't mean that we know something. It is all mercy of Guru.
Not able to hear, Prabhu.
It is all mercy of Guru and Gauranga. We cannot be proud. We are actually, lords and blade of birth. That's what we are. Nothing much.
Yes, Prabhu, but very rare we get the senior Vaishnava association. Thank you very much for your association.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji, if there is no question, no correction, then we can stop.
Yes, Prabhu. If no one has any question or comments for Prabhuji, then we can conclude our class here.
Yes.
So,
Prabhuji,
yeah.
Mataji said, 1 second.
Yes.
Prabhuji, I have one question. Why bad thing happen with the good people? I know because of our karma and the cycle of karma, but please add some more points, Prabhuji.
They give example, na? When the farmer stores in that vessel, I forgot the name of the vessel, they store, one season good rice comes, they store it, next season bad, the quality of the rice is not good, they store, third year they store, again bad. First thing what will happen, good things what is stored is coming out. Second year, whatever bad is stored is coming out. Third year, still worse than that is coming out. That's what our nature, whatever we have done, so it's coming back to us. So 3 things you cannot get it back. One is time is spent, is gone. When you store a weapon or stone, it cannot come back. And words, when you speak, but the reaction will be there, always reaction will be there, knowingly, unknowingly. So that's why we suffer. Good, and the suffering is, for devotees, it is not bad one way, because in that suffering we are completely surrendered to Krishna. We don't trade that our suffering. Most of our God brothers, God sisters, and they suffered cancer and other things, but they never trade that. They said this is the only gift Lord has given us, because we don't want to take ashraya from anyone, shelter from anyone. All shelter has gone. The shelter is only in Harinam and association of devotees and reading scriptures. They are fully absorbed, 100% absorbed in that. Example, Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, there are so many other Matajis who live in the bodies. They are completely surrendered. The surprising things, they never had pain. The cancer has got, so much pain, but they never felt the pain. They suffering. Pain they're getting, not suffering. They think, what is this? This is not a great thing. I can resist, because they got a shelter of Krishna. Krishna gives so much empowerment and so much peace when they chant, because they completely take shelter of Krishna and His name and Guru. That's why suffering for devotees is not that bad, but material people, when we think that is their karma and other things out there, we should not be bothering about that. Why bad things happen to good? What is good? There's a relative word. Good is a relative word. Good means what? Not building hospital, not building big building, not building something. If he brings 5 Chinese or 10 Japanese to Krishna consciousness, he has done much, much more good. And this of him, or Americans, the Russians, so many people. So this goodness, good thing he done, never vanishes. Even the biggest thief in the world cannot take the pious activity. Krishna will be very pleased. Okay, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhu. It's a very, very beautiful realization you share with us. Prabhuji, I have one question. Means how we can understand everything is whatever is happening is Krishna's mercy. Means even the good or bad, you are mentioning in the class, yes?
They say in the scriptures, not a blade can move without the sanction of Krishna. But Krishna doesn't come in our activities. Does he come? He tell you how much chapati you should eat, how much sweet should you eat. The diabetes people, they want more sweet and something. Krishna doesn't tell you eat more sweet. It is up to us what to accept, what to not to accept. In the material world also, we know that there are something happening beyond our control. So who is controlling? There is someone to control. That is the sanctioning authority is Krishna. Then our material mind says, no, Krishna has not sanctioned it. How can he sanction? It is happening with this sanction only. If Indra was, putting so much, endeavor to destroy that Vrindavan. Why? There is also sanctioned by Krishna only. Krishna wants to show that 7 days, 7 nights, he want to associate with gopis and gopas, and he want to take them shelter. Ultimate shelter is Krishna only. He want to show, I am our shelter, and he want to specially punish Indra also, because he was thinking that he is the, something like God. But he should know our position. Once we know our position, then it is easy to understand. Yes, the controller and all sanctioning authority is Krishna. Okay, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you. That's very beautiful class, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. All your blessing. Without your blessing, nothing can come beautiful. For me, you are the sanctioning authority. Krishna comes later. Hare Krishna, Mataji, can we stop?
Yes, Prabhu, we can stop now. Vancham Sartarveshya Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Anant Koti Vaishnavendra ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Murari Vallabha Prabhu ki
All Vaishnavi and Vaishnav jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavad Pranam. Hare